Drop everything and listen carefully. Right now, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about cucumbers, what they like and what they hate. You'll understand why your cucumber harvest is so small and how to make it bigger. Grab a pen and write this information down. You'll definitely need it. I have been growing cucumbers for many years, and every season I am convinced of one thing. This plant is capricious, delicate, and sensitive. If they don't like something, you can forget about the harvest. So today I want to tell you what cucumbers can't stand and how to make friends with them. The first thing I learned is that cucumbers do not like acidic and cold soil. If the ground has not yet warmed up after winter, it is better not to rush into sowing. I wait for warm nights and add humus and ash to the beds, which makes the soil softer and warmer. One year I sowed early in cold soil, and the seeds sprouted well, but they grew slowly and did not develop. Since then, I have learned to be patient. The second enemy of cucumbers is drafts. I experimented a couple of times, planting them next to potatoes or leaving the bed exposed to the wind, and each time the plants turned out to be weak. Now I place the beds on the south side of the fence, where it is warm and quiet. There is another rule. No neighbors with potatoes, pumpkins, melons, watermelons, or herbs. Potatoes draw what cucumbers need from the soil, and herbs change the taste and slow down growth. Once I planted dill next to the bed, I thought it would be beautiful and useful, but in the end, the cucumbers were small and diseased. I had to conclude it's better to grow them separately. Even worse are vegetables like pumpkins, melons, and watermelons. They are, of course, related, but they don't grow well together. Once a watermelon smothered my entire cucumber patch. Since then, I've only grown them separately. Watering is a different story. If you water cucumbers with cold water, you can forget about setting fruit for a long time. I did this myself once until I noticed that the leaves were becoming limp and there was no fruit. Now I always keep the water in a barrel so that it warms up in the sun. Cucumbers do not like transplanting and loosening the soil. Their roots are very delicate, with thin hairs. If you touch the soil, they break and stop feeding the plant. At first, I thought I was doing the right thing by loosening the soil so that it could breathe. But the result was the opposite, and the bushes stopped growing. So now I cover the bed with straw or grass. This preserves moisture, reduces weeds, and means I don't have to touch the soil. And you have to be careful when weeding. You can't pull weeds near the cucumbers. You might accidentally damage their roots. I take scissors and cut the grass at the very ground. It then rots and turns into fertilizer. Another important point is caring for the tops. Many gardeners pull out old vines, but I know that cucumbers do not forgive this. The roots are damaged and the whole plant begins to wither. You should not pull them out, but cut them with a knife. And the main secret to a rich harvest is growing from seeds, not seedlings. I sow the seeds directly into the ground, cover them with plastic until they sprout, and that's it. The plant develops without stress. This way, the roots grow strong, and the vines quickly gain strength. To be honest, I didn't learn these tricks right away. In the early years, I thought cucumbers were a simple vegetable. Just plant them and harvest them. But it turns out they love attention and care. Now my garden beds are a sight to behold, with large leaves and crisp cucumbers that I harvest by the basketful. So if you want to increase your harvest, remember this simple rule. Don't interfere with the cucumber's growth. Give it warmth, moisture, and peace, and it will reward you.